Hello everybody, this is Frag Addiction and me, Tanya, and today I have a list of best office staples, fragrances that are calm, inoffensive, moderate in performance, but quite long-lasting if applied the right way. I put this list according to my subjective view. Subjective. Write down your own positioning. Maybe you have another top 20. I'd love to read all of the comments. This was actually for me very confusing, and honestly the numbers 1 through 10 definitely can interchange. I didn't know what to put number 1 or number 10. And to be fair, it's not a list of scents for boss. When you're a boss in the office, when you're on a heading position, you can actually choose much more. There's much more range. You can take something more projecting, something more niche and interesting, and nobody will say anything. So I think about that video in a separate setting. Maybe I'll make another video about being a boss, boss fragrances, but these are just for regular office, personal, I would say. Number 10, Acqua di Parma Oud. Hope this time I won't mess up with the positioning. I'd say this is the easiest oud forward fragrance I've ever smelled in my life. Very easy to wear, lasts almost all day, and quite moderate in projection. It has a distant rose, like very little. It still gives confidence to the wearer. I'd say it's even easy for a blind buy. And yes, there's oud and a blind buy. And yes, it smells like oud and fougere at the same time. There's one more from Acqua di Parma. Like, actually, a lot of their fragrances could be here. This is just one of them. Consider. Next stop, number 9. Actually, separate word has to be said about Boss Bottled line, and I have a whole range of them over here. I recently got them, just retrying, because I think everybody has it. It's Boss Bottled, Bottle Infinite, Bottled Eau de Parfum, and Boss the Scent. So among these 4, as long as I tested them recently, the regular one, Boss Bottled Eau de Toilette, and the Scent, whatever it means, are the best. A Boss Bottled Eau de Toilette actually has that 90s vibe. Very clean shaved man, and the scent is interesting. It's a kind of shower gel, very inoffensive, great for everyday use, and nowadays you can find this on a great discount. As for regular eau de toilette version, I don't really smell anything like that on average these days. It's easy. It's an easy reach, but it's not your typical amber wood base that like every other brand makes. So really, really good line. Whatever you choose, you won't miss it. Just use it as much as you want. You can overspray yourself. Smells like fresh. You're just a fresh person. never gets offensive for the surrounding crowd. Then number 8. Number 8, I have Sauvage Le Parfum. The closest one to the skin out of the line. But for the office environment, it's probably the best. It has a little deeper undertone, a little more serious than the rest of the line. I'm going to leave a link up here for the whole range video on this channel. It still has the Parfum, it has still the same DNA. If you buy this in a big bottle, it will last you for a long time. 4 to 5 sprays will take you 9 to 5, and it's not too expensive. If you say with all of the increases in prices that you have right now, it's just insane. If you buy a big bottle, you'll still save. A separate word has to be said about Bleu de Chanel. Here it is. It is also kind of your first thought about, oh, Sauvage, no, Bleu de Chanel is better. And yes, it projects a little more, at least the Eau de Toilette and Eau de Parfum. And I chose this Parfum version from Sauvage just because it's closer to the skin. But apparently they're kind of interchangeable. It's the ultimate office friends for many men. And yes, everyone likes it. And it still puts you in a working mood. All of the versions are quite popular. I also could put Invictus here, the Eau de Parfum or Eau de Toilette, of course. And Azara wanted the line, the Eau de Toilette, Eau de Parfum. They're kind of all blue fragrances, super universal, mass appealing, pretty common. You'll just smell good. That's what you usually need when you're working, and that's enough. Number 7, a version of L'Homme. This is a Le Parfum version. I chose this one of the whole range because of performance. And yes, this has a typical amber wood base, like in many things, but it has that cardamom of the L'Homme, the original L'Homme, and it's very smooth. I love that fragrance so much. You can definitely tell this is related. And that version can stay with you all day long. It's not annoying anybody. Smells, again, fresh and clean, cardamom-y. You get occasional whiffs throughout the day. I really like this fragrance. Number 6. Number 6, I have a small one. It's Burberry London. Very easy reach. Can be found for very cheap. And it is elegant. It is very elegant. Again, manly, very fresh. I mean, yeah, nice. Even if you happen to respray it on a break, it won't choke anybody. You can actually douse yourself in this fragrance, in the Boss, in even Acqua di Parma, and everybody will be happy. It won't choke you, it won't choke surrounders, and includes your wallet. It won't choke your wallet. It's not too expensive. Number 5. Number 5 is Dunhill Desire Red. I remember this fragrance a lot these days because I recently wore that. This has a very fancy opening lid. Ding. They say some people think this smells like Viking, Creed Viking. It doesn't, but it still smells good. I mean, if you're a boss, you can wear a Viking to work, definitely. But this fragrance is my longtime favorite. Every time when I think, oh, come on, it's just cheap, it doesn't smell any good anymore, there's so many other things that are better, then I come to this, spray myself, and change my mind again. Every like year, I think, oh, it's just old, who cares? No, it is good. It has that cinnamon and moss, something going on. It's not going to blow your socks off, but it's elegant, manly, simple, and it has a leather accord. Very, very smooth, little leather in it, and a little dustiness on my skin. I actually remember that Jeremy Fragrance said about this fragrance a long time ago that it was one of his 10 for life or something like that. And I kind of get it, because it's good. Every time when you think it's, oh, it doesn't mean anything anymore, but then you come back and open up something new on the skin, how it works with the skin. It reminds me of dusty grass sometimes. And on my man, it's more of an aromatic and mossy and actually fresher overall. It depends on your skin chemistry. It came through reformulating, of course. And the performance is not good. You need to douse yourself in it. But it's still amazing for the price and can be fine for cheap. Number four, of course, there's Terre de Messe. Oh my. Super woody, super dry, inoffensive. The lasting power is just right. It won't annoy anybody in the office. It kind of keeps you focused. Because of that straight woodiness, I can smell the cedar wood straight ahead. It kind of means business. So if you're, maybe you have like a big meeting and you're in the talks. I feel like a good businessman can't smell like this every day. No matter you're a boss or just a regular worker on the computer. This is really good. Definitely. I decided not to put very expensive fragrances in the main list. But I'm going to tell about more things after, so stay tuned. Number 3, Oud Wood. I included this one. Yeah, this is really expensive. Super expensive fragrance nowadays. Maybe you can find it on sale because there's a new version out that is actually more long lasting. But this one, yeah, this one doesn't last a lot, but you can definitely spray yourself, douse yourself in Oud Wood, even if you're not a boss, because it doesn't project as much. And it's an ultimate office fragrance. It kind of puts you in the mood. After 3 to 4 hours, it is a skin scent. And of course, for the price, it's terrible. But I feel like just the office itself, when you come in, a nice office with the computers and people sitting with papers, that's how it's supposed to smell like. That's what I'm thinking about. That's why I put it in here. But if you're willing to splurge on Tom Ford, get the new version. Get the Parfum version. Number 2, Gentleman Eau de Toilette Intense. I'm just in love with this line, guys. I need to throw that away. I'm in love with Gentleman line. You don't imagine. This one is super fresh and irisy. I included the Eau de Toilette Intense because it's great for all year round as a signature worthy staple. It has kind of a calming iris accent, but not as powdery as Eau de Parfum, and very easygoing, lasts all day. No-brainer. Amazing fragrance. And number one, I think you know what it is. This is Dior Homme. Yeah. It's calming, but very serious scent. Will give off a very sophisticated touch. Again, with an iris note, by the way. I guess I'm a fan of an iris. At least in a calming situations. And it doesn't smell the same. Well, like Gentleman. This is drier. And yes, it's the same thing as with Tom Ford. You kind of expect these kind of smells when you come in the office. It kind of smells like the office environment. I don't know what it is. Sophisticated, busy men. Maybe in suits, maybe not. Just working. And we came to the extras. This is going to be a long talk, I think. I'd like to add some more. First of all, the YSL Y line, of course. Absolutely office friendly. The classic one is Eau de Parfum. I have actually Le Parfum, I believe, this one. This is a little too much for the office, I'd say. It's to the niche side. It has incense and aldehydes. It's a little different. But Eau de Parfum is just right. Very pleasant for everybody. There is the Acqua di Gio line, also super appropriate for work. I'd say any Acqua di Gio is amazing for the office. There is one fragrance that I brought here just because I could. I love it so much. It's called Mephisto by Casa Moratti Xerjoff. Very fresh, lasts all day, and extremely projecting fragrance for about 2 hours. That's why it's not on the list, but the profile is very likable. It's actually reminding people of Silver Mountain Water by Creed, but it's more long-lasting and more masculine, I'd say. This is more masculine. Maybe it's not for an everyday in your office, but on your birthday, and maybe for a Friday day. And we came straight to the exclusive lines of the designer companies, like Chanel Le Lion or Dior's Bois d'Argent, which is literally translated as money tree. For me, these fragrances, yes, they are amazing for office. They're perfect for office. Those are all amazing fragrances, not only for men, but for women, for ladies. I don't have it now, but I'm closely familiar to the Bois d'Argent. Like I smelled it almost every day on a certain point of my life. Even YSL exclusive line is amazing too, and they say a lot of good things about Carolina Herrera. Has a stunning exclusive line, which I didn't try at all, but it probably amazing. The problem is that, yes, they're all very elegant, and many of the offerings of these collections are suited for work, for everyday life, for any time, but they're unapologetically expensive and barely go on sale at any point of this time of life. I don't know. Didn't really see them on sale. It's always better to get some more of a niche brand. Get some Tom Ford. Get Beau de Jour. You can wear it to the office. Or get Creed. Get Creed Millésime Impérial or Silver Mountain Water. You can wear that to the office. Or get Royal Water. That is amazing fragrance. Very sophisticated. Or, I don't know, get MFK 724, Kirk Jones. A staple for every day, stunning, no-brainer. And yes, these are very expensive fragrances. But, yeah, there are even some special brands that have kind of an office vibe to them. They have a moderate to intimate projection, and those brands like Van Cleef and Arpels and Goldfield and Banks. It's not available in USA, like barely. I don't know where to get it, so I don't even know how it smells for the most part. Yeah, those are amazing brands. But as for me, just wear your oldies but goodies to the office for every day. And once a week, once in a couple weeks, take out your amazing, expensive fragrances for a Friday night or a Friday day in the office and rock them. For the cheapies, I also have a couple over here. Classic Burberry. A classic Dolce & Gabbana light blue Eau Intense. Amazing. Amazing. I even brought some Lattafa fragrance just to show you. This is good for the office too. It's very inoffensive, pineapple, gourmand, and then it turns to a cashmere base. Amazing. So what do you wear to the office? Do you wear Les Exclusives every day? Please comment down below. And don't forget to like this video. Subscribe if you're not. Let your work be interesting and satisfying. And if you're struggling at the very moment, try to change the topic of your career. Think about expanding your career, maybe to another degree, to another, I don't know, make a change in the direction. And maybe find a good hobby to do on your spare time. See you soon, guys. Bye-bye.